welcome back to my channel, the MBA Guinea Pig. My name is Urvashi Jain and I make videos on everything MBA, that is how I prepared for CAT, my time at MDI Gurgaon and things I've been doing after passing out. The topic for the video today is how do you approach case study competitions and other types of competitions during MBA. Now, some of my audience may be just entering MBA and therefore you're in your first year, or you may be a second year student and you may be thinking that competitions haven't really started yet. So why am I putting this video right now? Well, when these competitions actually begin to get floated, you're very busy in the college rigor, and therefore I want you to save this video, pass it around right now so that before we begin anything else, you have these points in your mind, because a competition is a very good sure shot. I wouldn't say sure shot, a very good shortcut to get placed, and that is what exactly happened with me. I put in my entry in a competition by Godrej, which was Godrej Loud, and I got selected. I got a call for my interview, I did my internship, then I won a competition over there and I got my pre-placement offer. So it was extremely streamlined, and I would really say that give a good shot to competitions. It's an important part of your MBA, so that I give you good advices and I actually make this whole experience more holistic. What I've done is, one, I reached out to my friends in college who I knew were very good at competitions and won multiple of them, and I took their advices and clubbed them into 10 points. I also, what I did was, at the end of this video, I will give you some snippets of what you can do if you're a finance student, what you can do if you're a HR student, if you're a marketing student, so that you know some tips are very specific to those disciplines. Also, what I suggest is that you do watch the video till the end, reason being that some of these points will seem fairly obvious to you, but I would say that if I'm going to share 10 points, out of those at least 2 or 3 maybe points which haven't occurred to you yet, and therefore I would say that be patient and watch the whole video. Lastly, I'm also going to make a video on how to make a PowerPoint presentation. If you completely are new to PowerPoint and just don't feel confident making a presentation, there are some tips as to how to beautify it as well, so that if you know it but just don't know how to beautify it, I will be uploading that video in the next few days. So do like, share and subscribe. Please press the bell icon if you feel like these videos would help you and you come to know about them very first when I upload them. First point is, try different types of competition. So for example, you may go for a competition floated by a company, you may go for a competition floated by another college for their fest, and you may also try competitions or research paper competitions which are floated by some other institutions. I would say try a mix of everything, because some give you money, some bring you good CV points, and some may just bring you a PPO. So never restrict yourself only to competitions where there is a job offer attached at the end of it. My second point is, gauge the purpose for floating the competition. A company may be floating the competition for 3 reasons. They may be floating the competition simply for campus engagement, they want to hire from your college, or they actually want a very genuine solution from the case. The assumption should be always point 3, that you have to give a genuine solution to the case study or whatever competition that is floated. But at the same time, it is important to understand the rest of the points as well. Why? Because if they want to hire from your college, what are the kinds of things which they may want to see in their employee, and those are the kinds of things which you also need to display when you're presenting for the competition. So third point, whom will you be presenting to? Who is the judges panel? Is it faculty? Because usually faculty likes to see how you use your theory to come to your solution, and therefore you may want to use the frameworks or the tools or parameters that you've been studying in class. Is the judges panel a panel of scholars and academics? They may also like theory and research papers to be cited. Or is it company professionals who may want to see, have you done a business case? Have you done and tried to execute a pilot? What are the ways that you came to the insight? So therefore your audience really matters on what you would pay more attention to or devote more time to while you're presenting. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, प्राइमरी रिसर्च एंड सेकेंडरी रिसर्च. नाउ रिसर्च के नाम पे यूजली हम MBA में क्या करते हैं, एक गूगल का फॉर्म बनाते हैं और उसे हमारे ही कॉलेज में फ्लोट कर देते हैं. Those insights lead to nothing, because quite frankly, if you're the kind of person who was confident enough to take a loan of say worth lakhs and lakhs to come and study over here, even if somebody funded you, you definitely do not represent the majority of the country, and you need to realize that. Therefore you have to go YouTube, research on Google what are the various ways of researching, and therefore get the insights the way they are supposed to be brought. There is primary research, there is secondary research. Very quickly, what is primary research? When you actually go and get insights from consumers, it may be through a focus group discussion, it may be through a immersion, it may be in-depth immersion, it may be through a qualitative, it may be through a quantitative consumer study where you actually float a form and then calculate how many people responded what. Or it may be secondary research where you just go through all the literature on the topic, and that's how you get your insights. So please include some of these methods of researching into your case, because it really makes the experience richer and your solutions way more practical and informed. Next point, reach out to people. You have a huge network as an MBA. You have your seniors, you have your alums in the industry, you have your professors, the most important resource. So don't just keep brainstorming within your friend circle, within your teammates. Please reach out to these people, because they are way more connected to the industry, closer to the industry than you are, and they may give you very rich insights for your case competition. Point 6, present in a flow. Extremely important when you're giving a presentation or writing a research paper or submitting an Excel sheet. Is there a flow in your thought process? B should always come after A. It should not be like B, C, D, A, E, G, F. No, because that's just gonna confuse people. So your thought should flow logically like a flow chart. ऐसे नीचे एक funnel आना चाहिए तुम्हारी thought process का. And similarly, present only what is necessary. This is a point I cannot stress enough on. If you've done 100 things for your case study competition, but only 2 resulted to the solution which you finally came upon, leave the rest 98, because they're of no significance to the person who is going through your presentation. It's completely clutter. They are literally not going to appreciate कि तुमने इतना काम किया है. It's in fact just going to take their attention away from the point which you're actually trying to make. So keep your presentation as light as possible. Next point is your team. Everybody that I reached out to who helped me put together these points gave me one very good advice, which was common to all. Your team. Don't make a team which only comprises of your friends. Don't make a team which only comprises of all the toppers in your class. A team should be consistent of people who share the same vision. सबके लिए competition equally important होना चाहिए, but at the same time सबके skill sets complementary yet अलग अलग होने चाहिए. For example, if I'm very good at making a presentation, somebody else should be very good at numbers, somebody else should be very good at making the flow of the presentation, chasing a logic, doing research. So you all should be able to work together. You all should be equally motivated. But अगर सब लोग अलग अलग चीज़ों में अच्छे होंगे तो better result निकल के आएगा. And therefore I would say start early. Start preparing for these competitions right from the very first year of your college, so that by the time you reach second year and the more important competitions start coming up, you at least have your team in place. Plan what to speak and what to show. I'll give you a very simple example for this. If there is a presentation and I say my name is Urvashi Jain, right? There is no point of writing the same line on the slide. I might just show my picture and point towards the slide and say my name is Urvashi Jain, and they would understand that I am showing a picture of myself. So usually what people do is their presentation has so much written on it that it's hard for the person to concentrate that exactly what is it that they're supposed to understand from the presentation. Keep your presentation extremely light. Keep only elements which are completely necessary and cannot be spoken while delivering the presentation. Next point, do not get flummoxed if you're presenting on stage and you don't know the answer to some question. That's completely alright. First, huddle together. Your teammate may know the answer. If nobody knows the answer, do not faff around, do not give gas, do not to the audience. Just very gracefully accept that you will go back to it, think about it and get back with an answer later. You will mail it back or something, or just accept that I do not know the answer to this. And then my last point, my 10th point, is the wow factor. Now this is extremely up to you, but I feel like if so many people in your college are working towards a case, what is it that makes you stand out? And you really need to go that extra mile to be noticed, and this extra mile doesn't really have to be something which is it's just that तुमने एक क्या एक्स्ट्रा छोटा सा एफर्ट लिया, खुद को कहाँ पुश किया, that they got that wow feeling from your presentation. Always question it. Very quickly I will cover some tips which specifically my friends gave me. Marketing. So Shashwati says that one thing which worked for her was she was very clear which competitions she's doing because the prize money is good, which competition she's doing because it's a source of a PPO, and also some competitions she did because she really felt like a good institution was floating them, and even the judges panel is kind of networking, and she felt like she was learning something good out of those competitions. So she put in effort towards it, and she really started early. She started from the first year itself. She started winning competitions during her second year, but all of that first year really made her very good at approaching competitions by the time she was in her second year. Then she said leverage your professors as much as you can, because do not underestimate them. All of these are also very well connected to the industry, and therefore they know how to approach these case study competitions. And the last point she gave me was research about the company. Before you give a solution to a company, at least go and research about them, visit their website and what all are the kinds of businesses that they are present in, and only then you will be able to give a good meaty solution to the case. Sarvagya says that your approach really matters. So the approach which he used to use was primary research plus secondary research, then competition benchmarking, then a gap analysis for the case, followed by recommendations, followed by a business case, followed by a pilot or anything which would give a wow factor to the case. Now his second point was use only 2-3 colors in a presentation. You are not making a presentation for kindergarten. Make it very professional. Use very minimal colors. 2 are fine, 3 maximum is the limit. Then he says that always a key takeaway should be there in your slide, which means that what if I don't want to read the slide, especially during the times of corona. You may also see scenarios where you present online and the person cannot see your face, and therefore it's very important that the key takeaway is there in bold in your slide, so that if I don't want to read the whole slide, I just read the key takeaway and I know exactly what is it that I was supposed to understand from this slide. He said he used this trick and it really benefited him and improved his results. Now coming to Rashi, who was in HR and also did very well at competitions, she says that while all of the other points are covered, she says that learn to write a research paper well, and please go read other extracts, read other research papers to understand the kind of flow you're supposed to follow. For example, you write the index, the summary, the abstract. How are these things supposed to be written? How are the citations supposed to be written in the right format? Please do that. And one really important advice that she gives me is speak to alums, speak to the employees of the company which has floated the competition, because there are times when you give a solution but in practicality that solution just won't fit in the infrastructure of that company, and all of these point of views can only be given to you by an employee over there. So try and find people who may be able to give you their point of view on your solutions. And lastly, she says just because you're in HR does not mean that no amount of number crunching will not be required in your cases. If you're poor at it, learn to do it or find somebody as a teammate who may be comfortable doing it, but definitely don't shy away from it because it's going to make your case so much more richer. Finance, that there are 2 kinds of cases largely. There is a merger and acquisition kind of a case, or there is a spin-off kind of a scenario. So what are the basic parameters which you need to sort of study for these are operating indicators, financial indicators. So for example, for operating indicators, it could be market share, it could be the company margins, and for the financial indicators, the financial statements, the 3 financial statements, the ratios, those kind of things. So these are the beginning points for you to analyze. End goal should always be maximizing the shareholders' value. And finally, I would also like to mention that Instagram page by the name of FinZone, where the O is replaced with the 0 in the zone. FinZone on Instagram, where he writes amazing articles about how to manage your personal finances. So please go check it out. And I really feel like people of our age group can benefit from this advice, because quite frankly हम पैसे कमाते हैं पर हम उसका करना क्या है हमें समझ नहीं आता. And with these, I end my points. Do not forget to visit Zone, and I will also be doing a video on how to start making a PowerPoint presentation. It's extremely basic. If you've never made it before, it's going to help you with that. Keep dropping comments. Bye bye.